Hallo, willkommen zu Return to Monkey Island. Den 2/3 der Monkey Island Reihe. So einzugliedern zwischen den zweiten und dritten. Wir können uns mal kurz im Sammelalbum umschauen, bevor wir ein neues Spiel starten, um nochmal alles zu rekapitulieren, was passiert ist.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Ja, klar.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Wie jeder von uns.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Ja, wundervoll. Weiter.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Jo, die 3 Prüfungen. Teil 1.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
Genau.
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
Oh, das sieht ein bisschen mürrisch und enttäuscht aus. Oh ja.
The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy.
Ja.
Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
Ja, genau. Da ist mehr. Was soll denn das sein? Fechtmeister oder wer ist das?
This
ja,
is when I
unsere
met
Liebe
Elaine,
des Lebens.
the love of my life. She was governor at the time.
Was für ein Zufall. Okay, weiter.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
Genau, LeChuck. Hier unten haben wir ein Bild von
LeChuck
ihm.
thought he was in love with Elaine.
Ja, wie wahrscheinlich jeder im Spiel.
I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, my first ship, I scraped together a crew. Carla, my first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Okay.
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
Aber wir haben doch hingefunden.
You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same.
Wie immer. Improvisieren.
You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath.
Das ist ein Affenkopf. Okay.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists.
Genau.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought.
Ja.
It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
Ja. Den zweiten Abenteuer.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Ah, ja.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I got buried alive. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match.
Ja, wie das so
I
ist.
don't know why you have to have candy-coated
Alles
almonds at a
abgestimmt.
wedding, but apparently you do. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think.
Ich? Ach so, hier drüben.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Morgan Le Fay betrayed me, even after we bonded inside a giant manatee. I should have trusted her less. Love did win out in the end. Elaine wasn't fooled by LeChuck's human form any more than I was. I should have trusted her more. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated
Wundervoll.
LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing...
Mehr Papier für den Rest meiner Abenteuer. Genau. Oh, das war sozusagen das Intro oder Rekapitulation der Ereignisse. Genau, und den dritten Teil hatte ich jetzt nicht so sehr noch im Kopf, was da passiert ist. Jo, aber da sag ich mal, auf geht's. Einfacher Modus, schwerer. Die ganze Geschichte und der ganze Spaß, auch mit gelegentlichen Rätseln für die 4 beschäftigten Spieler. Schwerer Modus, mehr Rätsel, schwerere Rätsel, einfach und stark. Für den Profi-Abenteuerspieler, der alles will. Oha. Ja, mehr Rätsel. Ja, schwere Rätsel. Mehr Zeit. Auftakt, eine unerwartete Geschichte beginnt.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
Ja, stimmt echt.
Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
Wunderbar. Wer schnarcht da oben?
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Ja, der ist weggetreten. Oh. Die macht sich sehr gemütlich.
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Können wir da
Hey,
reingehen?
Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Okay, dann wie du sagst. Gehen wir aber nebenan. Der Boybrush. Der Chucky. Hat eine gute Idee. Den Typen
Some
mit
places you go
Ding
have
fahren.
scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Ob der den Käse selber produziert?
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
Na dann, sprechen wir ihn mal an.
Kids better have money.
Oha, fängt's wieder
Yeah,
an.
we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Oh,
Please?
bitte.
Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Oh ja. Wundervoll.
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Nur dann
I
halt
guess
nicht.
never mind.
Hey, I
Guter
know.
Mann.
Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Boah, ins Klo. Was haben wir denn hier
I
an den
once had the
Zettel?
hiccups for 4.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
Aha.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Okay, Schlüssel bringen wir zurück. Was haben wir denn noch hier drüben? Hühnerfußpommes.
Did
Oh,
you
my
know
God.
you
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
Oh. Sehen auch so lecker aus.
How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Ah, verdammt.
in France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Skorbut, ja. Stimmt. Rock kriegen wir nicht, also gehen wir mal raus aufs Klo. Was steht da?
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I
Oh,
can stand on my head without using my hands.
na dann. Chucky können wir da drin fesseln. Wunderbar, wird gleich vorgeschlagen. Im Plumpsklo herumspielen. Na dann.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Ach, ich dachte, das machst du selber. Jetzt da.
Good, you unlocked it.
Wundervoll. Oh. Im Schlamm riechen.
Ugh,
Dann das.
what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse.
Ach, da soll man seine Hände waschen. Wahrscheinlich ein natürlicher Kreislauf. Läuft hier rein. Hier rum, ja. Naja, gucken wir mal. Münzen.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way, you do it.
Okay. Gross.
Eklig ist es. Na, sowas. Chucky hat doch bestimmt eine gute Idee.
Where should we look?
All over. Do you see any coins?
Gross. Gross.
Okay, da unten sind keine Münzen. Was ist
It
das?
isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Na, dann nehmen wir den
Fake
falschen
coin
50.
is almost as good as a real coin.
Ja.
I once ate 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Ah, wir können nochmal hier im Dreckshaufen
I don't
schauen.
see any coins,
Sieht aus
and
wie eine
I'm not
Ratte.
putting my hands in that.
Naja. Warte. Okay, mehr gibt's ja nicht. Zu bestaunen. Dann gehen wir wieder raus. Gucken, ob er uns so einen falschen 50er nimmt. Unten ist die Party, ja, am Strand. Wundervoll. Aber jetzt erstmal was Herzhaftes essen. Ja.
What can we get with this?
Boah. Widerlich.
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
Chicken Boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Hm. Oh,
This is the perfect food.
stimmt.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh. Fragst du mich jetzt oder was? Können wir mal oben mit
Sounds real.
Poppy.
Sounds real.
Sounds real. Sounds real. Okay, herumalbern können wir. Wir können nicht aufwachen und den Vogel
I have
können
an
wir
extra
nicht.
tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Das ist ja wundervoll, wenn du das fühlen kannst. Okay, dann gehen wir mal hier weiter, wo die Erwachsenen lang gegangen sind. Oh, wer ist denn
That's my
das?
friend D. Hey, D.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Pickelgesichter. Oh, wir sind also schon in dem höheren Alter. Chucky zu einem Rennen
Did you know your
herausfordern.
feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Ja, das sabbelt ja immer die ganze Zeit.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom.
eine gute
The little
Führung.
flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these
Hoffentlich
days
kriegt
are
man hier
made of
dafür
iron,
ein
and you have to
Achievement.
recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Wäre ich jetzt aber nicht drauf gekommen. Oh, er ist wieder wach. Wunderbar. Oh, wir können Vorgehenszeiten zu sehen. Aha, wir können. Ja, hatten wir ja schon rausgefunden, dass wir nochmal einen Dialog uns anschauen können. Nun denn. Ja, muss ich das jetzt drücken oder was? Okay. Nö. Dann bist du das. Ist das mal oder? Ja. Komm mal. Aha, jetzt können wir nach unten drücken und dann können wir alles, was sie uns erzählt hat, nochmal durchlesen und nochmal nachgehen. Das ist nicht schlecht. Aber wir würden jetzt erstmal Chucky zu einem Rennen herausfordern. Der Minigame.
Hey Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ah,
Chucky wins!
wundervoll. Können wir ihn mal gewinnen lassen.
Next time for sure.
Genau. Kriegen wir da was oder was? Nochmal. Komm.
You up for another
Einmal
race?
ist kein Mal.
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Jawohl.
I win!
Oha. Das tut weh. Eieiei. Irgendwas erledigt. Aber wir können ja mal mit die
I
sprechen.
bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
Way back. Ganz Görchen. Nun ja. Wie haben wir denn hier? Unsere Eltern in Spee mit dem Paar sprechen.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Yes. Ja, können wir
Could
die
we have
Enten
some of your
füttern?
bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Wie egoistisch. Dann nehmen wir uns einfach.
Hey, hands off!
Oh,
Excuse me.
Augen
Yes?
im Hinterkopf hat sie auch noch. Hören Sie noch? Als wären sie unsere
Will
Eltern.
you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Ja. Das wohl nicht grob bist.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
Oh,
What do you
na.
think you're doing? Kids these days, you have no regard for personal property.
Nein.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
Okay, jetzt haben wir ein Stückchen Brot. Was auch immer.
Give it some of your bread. At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Na, können wir doch mal der Ente füttern. Obwohl, das muss ich nicht machen dürfen. Cool.
Don't feed the duck.
Na dann, wie geht? Was
What's
ist
this
das?
red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup.
Kaugummi.
It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Mhm, und dann? Scooby-Dog und?
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Ja, müssen wir jetzt nicht machen. Ich auch keinen Anreiz. Was steht denn da?
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if.
Da ist doch ein vierblättriges Kleeblatt. Vierblättriges Kleeblatt. Das bringt doch Glück, oder?
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Sie hat's nicht gefunden. Sofort
Did you
entdeckt.
know you can keep a scurvy
Ja,
dog warm
hast du schon mal
by
erzählt.
sticking it in your armpit?
Ketchup nehmen. Jawohl.
You
zack,
should put
Ketchup.
that on your scurvy dog.
Na dann, schmieren wir mal. Für Ines. Boah, sieht das widerlich aus. Boah. Das sieht aus. So vollmundig. Kann nur besser werden.
I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Ja.
I
Chef.
want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Die bitten, Schwertkampf zu üben.
Do
Oh.
you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
Wie muss man denn da aussehen? Oh, wir gehen einfach mal hin und üben.
Let's
Go
be
with
frank.
dogs.
You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I
Dinge
win.
mit Essen spielt man nicht.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Genau. Da
Do
kommt
you
die...
want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
Oh, schon erwachsen, die Kleine hier. Na dann. Sieht sie ja lustig aus. Naja. Wir gehen erstmal hier unten lang. Bis jetzt haben wir alles das gemacht, was wir nicht machen dürfen. Und glaube, das... Oh, wir haben eine Münze. Und ein Wunschbrunnen. Oh, ist das wundervoll.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
Hatte ich lieber eine falschen 50er. Wünsche, Chucky hätte einen Schnauzbart. Oh. Wünsche mir noch eins. Ich wünschte, wir könnten
I
sprechen.
wish we could speak backwards.
Backwards.
Sure, what is...
Yes, you know.
Yes. Well,
Na, wundervoll. Hat sich doch der Einsatz gelohnt.
That was fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. It wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
Ja, was müssen wir denn noch erfüllen? To-Do-Liste. Oh, sie. Unsere echten Eltern finden. Ei. Echten Eltern. Aber wir können mal das Tor öffnen und mal durchgehen. Oh Gott.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Oh, da ist ja der Vati bestimmt.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one.
Ja.
See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Oha. Wer kennt das nicht? Der Anfang von allem. Tief in der Karibik. Die Insel Millet Island. Monkey Island. Schaffen von Ron Gilbert. Entworfen von Ron Gilbert und Dave Grossman. Geschrieben von Dave Grossman und Ron Gilbert. Dominic Armato als Guybrush Threepwood. Künstlerische Leitung von Rick Scroll. Grafik von Zoe Nguyen drunter und viele andere. Animationen von Chris Sports, Cody Han und andere. Musik von Michael Land, Peter McConnell, Clint Bayer-Kahn, leitender Spieleprogrammierer David Fox. Spieleprogrammierer Leif Crenner, Kenny Sun, Robert Bigone, Dinky, Spielengine von Ron Gilbert und Derek Nealon. Dinky, Sounddesign von Elise Cates. Umgebungssounddesign von Andy Martin. Kennt ihr nicht? Leitend und Senior-Tester Robert Begon und Katharina Bergova. Tester Kelly Simon, Paula Timtana, Twin Tate. Produziert von Jen Sander Cook. Assoziierte Produzentin Tina Lu. Wer kennt sie? Nicht. Jo. Haben sie alle durch. Oh, schaubare Gruppe. Teil 1. Ein freundlicher Ort. Mit Ketchup.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
Genau, wir erzählen dir jetzt die Geschichte erneut. Wer die Frau entführt, das stimmt. Schrecken im Meer, wir waren während meiner gesamten Karriere Feinde. Dieser Typ glaubt mir alle meine besten Ideen. Ich organisiere meine eigene Reise, meine eigenen.
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
Oh, dann passt es doch. Eine Frau entführt.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point.
Genau, der Versuch zählt. Ein böser Zombie-Geist.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
Manchmal ziehen sie sich an. Klingt ist aber nur in der Elektrizität so. Die Pole ziehen sich an. Der Typ glaubt mir all
That
meine
guy
besten
steals
Ideen.
all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me.
Oh. Aber wir
Mounting
organisieren
my
unsere
own
eigenen
voyage.
Reisen.
Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch.
Na dann.
Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
We will see. Oh, wer bist du? Minispeer.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Können wir ja noch was mitnehmen? Oh, der Ratte geht's gut. Definitiv. In das Lager.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Warum nicht? Du kannst deine Hände werden. Wunderbar, so professionell. Aber wir gehen jetzt mal runter an die Docks. Ach, wir müssen tatsächlich richtig runtergehen. Eieieiei. Hey, wer bist du denn? Oh, wer bist du denn?
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's keen on bluntness.
Carla, das ist diesmal. Okay. Jetzt haben wir immer noch das gleiche Prinzip der Wahlen. Es stellt sich eine Person zur Wahl. Ich weiß es vielleicht besser. Oha. Sein
I better
Schiff.
get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
Ja, jetzt müssen wir uns auch noch beeilen. Kommen wir denn da hin? Und hier ist auch nicht viel los. Bei den Docks lang schlendern.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to.
Ja, ja. Wenn du das sagst, machen wir das so. Aber zuerst gehen wir nochmal hier hinter. Ist ja hier irgendwas. Der Bruder. Ah, die Scumbar.
Some things never change. The Scumbar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
Vor allem die möchte gern Piraten. Wir können ja mal da
Oops,
runtergehen.
I almost forgot to duck into the Scumbar to ask the pirate leaders to back my expedition.
Ja. Und gleich nochmal einen Kredit aufnehmen. Aber bevor wir in die Scumbar gehen, machen wir einen kleinen Cut und sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Ich wünsche euch was. Ciao.